Welcome to another edition of Brian's Big Idea. And today, my big idea is cars and tariffs, really. And as we think about all the things that the Trump administration is doing with the tariffs, we know they're going to kick into effect April 2nd. So April 3rd, the world is going to be different. At least that's what they've been telling us. And I think the big idea here is in cars and tariffs. So imported cars are kind of the spectacle of the day. I know GM is down big, Ford is down a little bit, but we're going to take a look at a Zacks #1 ranked stock. And we're going to talk about a couple other players in the car space, a couple other stocks that are in that space, and then a great service here by Zacks to kind of round it all off. All right, so let's get right to it. First up, we're going to look at Volvo. Maybe you own a Volvo. It's and you didn't know the stock trade publicly, VLVLY. 5-letter ticker usually denotes that it's from Europe or anywhere else. ADR, American Depository Receipt. It's a Zacks rank #2. That's a buy. C for growth, B for value. We don't have a chart here, but we could see it's a big company. You know, they make a lot of cars. They sell a lot of cars into America. They probably make some here, but they probably make a lot more over there. They just kind of assemble them here, is what they say. So trading at 12 times earnings does pay a dividend. It is a stock to keep your eye on. You know, you would think like all these tariffs that would send, you would want to not be long this and investors would be selling this, but instead it's up today. Here we are just a few days in front of the tariffs. All right, so the next car company that I want to talk about, because I did see some news from them this morning, is Ferrari. Now, Ferrari has a Zacks rank 3, so that means estimates haven't really moved over the last 60 days. But you can own a share of Ferrari, maybe not a car. RACE is the ticker, RACE. What a great ticker. $421 as opposed to paying $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 for a car. So you could be invested in it either way. $100 billion market cap. Now, the thing that I saw about Ferrari was, if you put in an order prior to April 2nd, they're gonna keep the price there, and going forward, the price expected to be at least 10% higher. But you know, auto tariffs are going to be 25%. Does that imply that they are going to eat a large majority of that? And the stock has really come in from 500 to $420, but still, again, up today, even as that news comes out. So it'll be interesting to see what Ferrari really does with it, because from how I read that press release, it seemed like they're going to eat 15% of that tariff. That'll be very interesting. All right, so 45 times price to earnings, significantly higher than Volvo. Obviously, significantly higher price point, but certainly lower number of production out of Ferrari. But or if you ever wanted to own a Ferrari, you can always buy the stock and be a owner of the company as opposed to a consumer of their products. All right. Also in the same auto vein, we've got Michelin. Maybe you've heard of MGDDY. I don't know why that one has 5 ticker symbols in it. Michelin is a Zacks rank #1. That's a strong buy. C for growth, A for value. Now, of course, Michelin makes those tires, right? All right, $24 billion in market cap. They pay almost 3% dividend. So that's interesting to see. And 8-9 times earnings. We don't have a chart. Boy, I wish we had a chart. No chart available. Oh, well. But we can figure out what else is going on. All right, last thing I'm going to talk about is prop here. It's Prairie Operating Company. You know it. I know it. We all know it. It's a Zacks rank #1 strong buy. They drill oil. They're going to bring up a lot more oil. They just had an acquisition. I believe this stock is really poised for an assault on double digits. There's going to get a whole bunch of new research coverage from KeyBank, Truist, Piper Sandler, a bunch of others, because they just did a secondary. So the overhang is off this stock. You know, there's a lot of concern about the secondary here as the stock trailed in, but now it's done. It was resized. It was much lower than expected. So not as big of a dilution. So good things coming for Prairie Operating Company. Now, all this is very interesting, but we have this service at Zacks that looks at commodities and Commodity Innovators. Obviously, cars can be looked at as commodity, car parts, car tires, gas for the car. All those things are commodities. because one part is very replaceable with another. Gas and oil is very replaceable with another, certain gas, or oil, right? Doesn't matter where you get it. They refine it and they bring it, they take crude, they make it into gas. But there's a wide variety of other types of commodities out there, and they're all going to be impacted by these tariffs. And we have a service here at Zacks. It's run by Jerry Mullen. It's called Commodity Innovators. He looks for the best commodity stocks, the ones that he believes are going very good, have a good opportunity to move higher. And he leverages that Zacks rank, that thing to give us a good start in any stock pick we make. So he leverages the Zacks rank, focuses on commodities, and does a great job with the service. You get a nightly email that tells you what's going on in the market, as well as any specific portfolio news. So I urge you to go ahead and take a look at Commodity Innovators. It's one of the great services here at Zacks. Be sure to join me next week when I have another big idea, look at 3 other stocks and another great service here at Zacks. But until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo to check out all of our latest promotions.